What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Patriot Specialized. Today's episode, we're picking up a Puma 260 tractor, running it from Michigan down to Ohio. Then we're gonna we're gonna go home for the night, hang out with grandkids for a night. Then we're gonna pick up a Stiegner 715 Quadtrack tractor out of North Java, New York, take it down to Wooster, Ohio. So stick around, we'll be right back.
Right across these plains and prairies, Rocky Mountain highs, fade off into the distance like ghost riders in the sky. Black smoke and white line, steel horses side by side. It's more than just a living, y'all. Hell, it's our way of life. We're the last of the cowboys.
Alright, made it to delivery in Archbold, Ohio. At the dealership. This is a dealership transfer. It's going to some expo, some show. They kind of didn't know it was coming. They were kind of clueless when I talked to them on the phone, but this guy here seems to know a little bit more than the guy I talked to on the phone. But this is what we got. You guys just saw us putting it on. This is a Puma 260 tractor. Pretty nice unit. Took me a minute to figure out how to run it in there when I drove it on a trailer. But thing only weighs 24,000 pounds, so it's pretty easy to secure. All I did was one chain on each side. Because it's wheeled, you gotta have the four corners pinned. So I did one chain on each side here, get one full credit chain back there, and then same thing on the back. I did one chain on each side. That gives us another credit, another full chain credit. So that gives us like 22,000 pounds of securement, which the thing only requires 12 because it's 24,000 pounds. So he said, I just talked to him. He said, well, go ahead and drop right here, take it over and park it right there. So we will, I'm gonna go ahead and do this, drop this trailer. And we have a Quadtrack 715 Stiegner that we got to pick up tomorrow in New York, take it down to Wooster, Ohio. That one's comes with a little bit of an adventure. It is 12 foot 9 inches tall. So best I can figure on my trailer, as long as that's accurate, we're gonna be about 14.5, 14.6, somewhere in that neighborhood. So we got a route survey going on and escort set up for New York for tomorrow. We're gonna load that tomorrow morning, hopefully run it straight through and deliver it. And then I got a truck chassis, little baby truck chassis we gotta pick up on Friday morning. It's going up to Minnesota that we will deliver next week. So looks like we're kind of rolling right along here. Things are kind of lining up, so that's good. We'll see if this continues. But right now, we're gonna drop this trailer, detach this trailer, get this thing taken off, park it right over there, get our bills signed, and then we're gonna go home for the night. So that's kind of nice. Don't get to do that very often in the middle of the week, but we're gonna get to this week.
Wish I could wear peace like this shirt on my back. then give it away whenever somebody asks. Every time I try, I catch myself reaching for it from someone else. Why is it so hard to hold on to? Maybe I'm obsessed with a hurried rush. Whenever I slow down, I beat myself up. So much time I worrying what could be or what I might have been, second guessing every move I make. I wanna trust myself, love myself, believe in myself like I used to. I wanna trust myself, be enough for myself, ring my own bell like I used to. Been out of the game a little too long, afraid so much has changed that I'll do it all wrong. Part of my heart's grown cold within, gotta find a way to feel the heat again, but I don't know where to begin. Oh, I wanna trust myself, love myself, believe in myself like I used to. I wanna trust myself, be enough for myself, ring my own bell like I used to. I'm gonna trust myself. Oh, oh, I'm gonna love myself. I'm gonna trust myself, love myself, believe in myself like I used to. I'm gonna trust myself, be enough for myself, ring my own bell like I used to.
Broke another binder. Good thing I ordered 8 more yesterday. I don't know if it's I'm tough on them or if they're not the best quality or what, but they keep breaking. That is not great. Oh. We are gonna run in here, get our bill signed, and be on our way. All right, here we go. They say that we can just drive around the building and get out of here. That'll be good. Voice command.
Say a command.
Go home.
In 1 3/4 miles, turn right on US 20 alternate.
Oh yeah, plenty of room. Plenty of room, plenty of room. Whew, it is warmer than it looks out there. Oh, there's a 715. That's the one we're picking up tomorrow. We're not picking it up from here, but we're picking it up from up in New York. But that's the same unit that we're going to be picking up tomorrow. Case does not do a very good job of giving us places to secure to. They on their combines and stuff, they do a pretty good job, but on their tractors, it doesn't seem like they give us very good spots to chain from. So that's what we're going to be picking up tomorrow. Sounds like the escorts and everything are getting set up. Off to home we go. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Morning to you. Thursday morning. We are in North Java, New York. North Java, New York at a Case Kubota dealer, picking up a 715 Quadtrack. She's big. Not really that big, but she's tall. It's not wide. Well, it is wide, but not super wide. You'd think it'd be a lot wider than it is for how tall it is. That, I don't know if you guys can see it, but that's it down there. They said the keys are in it. I guess I'm going to load it myself. Let's see what happens. Got my trailer dropped right over here. We're going to get this thing loaded up. This is a little bit tricky because of the height on it, because we're in New York. New York requires anything over 1311. I think it's anything over 14 foot, I believe. I got somewhere right in either 1311 or 14 foot. I can't remember which one. Requires a route survey and an escort, a high pole. So we got the route survey done yesterday. Came back with some kind of goofy route. The route survey, the actual escort company, instead of using the recommended route, they found a better one, and they sent us an email that said that the route that they suggested was a little bit better than the route that was recommended. So we are currently applied for the permit with that route, and they're working on getting that approved. And I have not heard from an escort. I don't know if we have one set up yet or not. Hopefully, because I am here to load, and I'm going to put this thing on, get it locked back in, and hopefully we're not sitting here for the rest of the day waiting on a permit and escort. Hard to say. These high loads up here in New York, it's tricky. New York has very low requirements for high poles and whatnot. So a lot of other states, we probably wouldn't have needed an escort at all. But we're gonna get this thing put on, get it locked back in, get our signs and flags put on it, and all that gibberish, get it tied down, and get accurate measurements and make sure that we match. Maybe we'll end up dropping the escort. I don't know. We're gonna find out. It doesn't look quite as tall as they said it was, but looks are deceiving. So a little groundhog over there. Maybe he's gonna help me load. Let's go see what happens. All right, trailer's all set up. Probably should go ahead and put that third axle down now before I drive up on this thing. All right, the dimensions on this thing, they're saying it's 10 wide, 66,000 pounds. And they came out and measured it yesterday. Tom called down, our agent called down and asked for them to measure it. And they measured it at 12'9". So that should put us, I did some measuring when we switched, when I got Ghost hooked to this trailer. I did some measuring. On the lowest setting on the front of my trailer, I can get that thing down to 19 inches. On the third setting, I think we were at 22 inches. So we're gonna see where I need to be to stay. We ended up permitting for 14.7, just to be 100% sure. They are not good. They're not nice to us about securement on these things. This is going to be... Oh, they got a lock-in point right there. That'll be hard to use with the track right there. There's 2 lock-in points right there. That'll help. They got one up front. Yeah, they got one up front here too, so... Alright, we might be alright. We might be alright. This thing, I don't know if you can see the top of that thing, but it is a little bit tall. Said keys are in it. Let's see if we can figure out how to run this thing. Okay. Looks very similar. Yeah, looks very similar to the one we picked up, the Puma. All the controls are very similar. They got a bunch of pieces here. Well, that was a mistake. Just grabbed a hold of the inside of the exhaust. Oh, they took the antenna down. They took the exhaust stack off, the top of the air cleaner off, and the I think that's a GPS dish that they put on the top of these things. They took them off, kind of help us from being any higher than we already are. So let's see what happens. Key is in it. It's a beautiful thing. Well, it started, so give us a little air conditioning here. This ride's pretty smooth. Go ahead and go all the way around the building here. Man, Sitting in this thing, driving this thing, it's nicer than driving the Pete. I could probably do this all day. So here's the tricky part. There's our trailer right there. We gotta try, because this thing articulates, we gotta try and make sure that we're straight when we go up on there. Let's see if we can get straight here.
Go, 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 go.
Was an event, but I think we got it up on here now, as straight as we're gonna be. That took some wiggling to get it where we wanted it, but I think we're up on here now. I'm gonna go ahead and get rehooked back up, or get hooked back up, and chain this thing down, throw my signs and flags on, do some measurements. Hopefully these permits are on their way and an escort, I hope. All right. 12:17, 12:18 now. We are loaded up, chained down, flagged and signed, all that gibberish. We have our permit came in. We got the route survey this morning, and the permit took a couple hours, but we got the permit about an hour ago, and we were waiting on an escort. We didn't have an escort set up because we weren't sure if we were even going to get the route survey back, but we got it back, got the escort set up. Or we started working on an escort, and the one, we had one that was committed for tomorrow morning that we didn't think they could be here today, but it just so happened that the office that this guy works for, she called me and she said, we're an escort for tomorrow. And I said, I could really use it today. So she called her driver, and her driver said, yeah, I don't mind, I'm available, I just finished up, I'll go ahead and go get him. So that was super awesome. He's going to be here about an hour or so. He'll be here, be able to get this thing delivered tomorrow morning like we hoped. I was getting a little concerned that we weren't going to be able to, but looks like it's not going to be a big deal. So you just saw us putting it on. It is a Case Stiegner 715 Quadtrack tractor. Pretty cool to drive. Like that's the first time I ever drove one, bringing it around here, and they're pretty neat to drive. Little weird with the articulation in the center. I'm not an operator. I know how to operate a lot of different equipment, but there's a difference between knowing how to operate it and being an operator. So articulation is something I'm not super familiar with. So it's kind of goofy, like learning how to what it's going to do, how it's going to react when you turn a wheel, and which way it's going to go, and stuff like that. So, but we got it figured out. We got it on a trailer. No big deal. I figured I'd jump out while I'm waiting on him, and I will show it to you. We are in North Java, New York. Ghost is still looking good from her bath. all signed up. There's our load. Now we measured this thing at 14.7 tall. However, there is not I cannot find a single flat spot in this entire parking lot that is completely flat where I can get a 100% accurate measurement. So what you'll see here is you can see the center of the trailer, and the ground dips down right there. So my axles are up on a hill and my truck is up on a hill. So I'm guessing that we're actually about 2 inches higher. The measurement that we're getting right now is 2 inches higher than it actually is because of the way that ground is right there. So as soon as I get out onto, get the Escort, we permitted for 14.7, so not a big deal. We're right on our permit the way it sits right now. I think we're actually going to be under it by quite a bit once I get an accurate measurement on it. But once I get out on some pavement that's completely flat, I will I'll pull over somewhere that I can get a solid, accurate measurement and be 100% sure that I'm correct in my assumption that we're actually less than 14.7, but we're at least 14.7 right now at the very highest. Probably going to be less than that, so that will be good. Something to keep in mind when you're measuring these loads is the terrain you're on makes a huge difference. And this, I think, is actually, you can see Ghost is sitting up on a hill and the trailer's up here on this hill. So it's something to be considered. Like if you want an accurate like this one here, it makes a huge difference. This 1 inch that I'm playing with is the difference between needing an Escort in Pennsylvania and Ohio and not needing one. So it is a big deal. So we're definitely going to get on some flat ground, get an accurate measurement. I also have some ride height adjustment left. I have 2 holes left up front that I can do and 2 holes left in the back I can do. So I can drop this trailer down some more if I need to get that inch and get under what our permit what our permit is and the Escort requirement. So what I did for Securement, this thing come in at 66,000 pounds, they say. I'm guessing it's a little bit lighter than that, but we're also going to scale it, so I know for 100% sure. What I did for Securement was 2 chains around the back, pulling backwards. That gives us 11,000. Actually, these chains of binders are rated at 13,000. So that gives us 13,000 pounds of Securement back there. Same thing in the middle here. So we got another 13, so that's 26,000 right there. And then because of, excuse me, because of the rollover, when we set the trailer on its side, I didn't 100% trust that secured those binders as much. So I went ahead and ordered a bunch of new binders. I ordered 8 new binders, and some of the binders, if there was any question at all, if something didn't look right, I went ahead and set them aside, and I'm not using them because I want to have equipment that I 100% trust. So we had to do something a little bit different on the back. We got 1/2-inch chains right here on both sides, and then I put a 3/8 chain through the hitch because we needed the extra for Securement. So these two, because we're using a 1/2-inch chain, which is rated high, but we're using a 3/8 binder. So what DOT is going to do is they're going to take the lesser of the two. So because the binder is only rated at 6,600 pounds, that's the number they're going to use. It doesn't matter what the chain is because it's the weakest link. So we only have 6,600 pounds of credit between this one and that one because they don't go all the way across. Then this one we get another 6,600 because it does go all the way across, and it's a 3/8 chain. So basically back here we have like 13,200 pounds of Securement, and then on those, with those two set up in the middle and the back, that's another 13,000 each. So we get 26 there and another 13,000 here. So we roughly 39,000 pounds worth of Securement holding in a 66,000 pound load that requires 33. So we're over top of the requirement for weight on our Securement, so we're good there. We're coming in, we're measuring at 14.7 high right now. I actually think it's about 14.5. We're gonna find out as soon as we get on flat ground. But we are 10 wide, which seems crazy. The thing is super tall. and not very wide. But we're 10 wide, 66,000 pounds. Pretty good looking load. This thing is going to the, we're going to the ag department of the Ohio State University in, it must be a branch that they have in Wooster, Ohio. So we're taking it down to Wooster to Ohio State University ag, whatever, ag students are gonna mess around. I think there's an ag show going on in Ohio, because the one I brought down yesterday that went to Ohio was going to a show, and that's why it came down from Michigan. So I think this is the same situation. It's gonna end up going to a show as well. So we are just sitting here waiting on our escort. As soon as he gets here, we're gonna roll on out, get this. Oh, you know what I need to do? That mirror up there, I need to fold that mirror in, because that mirror is definitely wider than our tracks. And if it's not folded in, that's the point they're gonna measure off of, and it will definitely be over our permit. So I'm gonna jump up there, fold that mirror in real quick, and we are going to hopefully get on the road here pretty quick.